I do want to highlight this concept that I mentioned in yesterday's PDF of being a catalyst or substrate. In other words, there are a lot of things that could help you, especially if you pick something that normally is good for the body anyway, either nutritionally or in your supplements, okay? That could be, or in some treatment modality that you choose to engage in, okay? That could be beneficial to you anyway. And what happens is when you do something that has some natural healing properties for your body, and you do it with an attitude of thanksgiving and with feeling good that you're taking steps that are good for you, and you feel good about that, you magnify that good benefit. In a sense, that step that you took, or that good food that you ate, or that supplement that you took, or maybe it was that chiropractic treatment or acupressure or some massage that you had, as you take that step and you magnify it with your own belief of the good that that's doing for your body and appreciation and thanksgiving, that step actually kind of becomes a substrate or a launching pad for the healing changes to occur in your body. Okay? And when you combine a family of healthy steps along with a healthy attitude together, you can cover a broad base that can have a major impact in either turning your health around and getting you on a healthy path, or in actually just continuing to continue a balanced and healthy life. That can be very powerful and can also cover the basis so that you don't have to worry about each individual milligram of what you take and worry that you might be missing out on something. In fact, the whole program that I designed for you in the Foundational Wellness Program and the Journey to Wellness CDs directly is designed to address each of these areas of your health and your life with simple guiding principles that you could grasp and apply in minutes, okay, immediately, but that could have a profound impact on the whole path of your health for many years to come, and that wouldn't need to be replaced by new research, okay? They're not they're not so detailed and rigidly dependent on specific milligrams of things, but are more general guidelines that you can use right away. And when you use general guidelines like that, you can create a healthy garden, if you will, a healthy environment for your body and your being to live in that's going to support you, and then your body can use those raw materials and use this healthy milieu that you're creating for yourself to adjust and heal as it needs to in different situations, to extract more nutrients from what you're taking when it needs to, and so on. Okay, so that's what I'm encouraged, is the guiding principles. And if you want that program and you don't have it, it's very reasonably priced. You can get it by going to Dr. Benlow, again, BENLO.com/health, HEALTH, HTM as in Mary, L. So drbenlow.com/health.html. Or I may have a link here on the blog that you can click on it as well. So that's another resource for you. I wanted to close today with a principle that I actually picked up that I think will be very significant for you. And it's an illustration that I saw very powerfully illustrated in a movie. And this was an old movie that was actually made or at least released just a couple years after I was born. It was Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I rented it and watched it with my kids, and we had a great time. We actually split it up into several viewing sessions because it's kind of long. It's a musical. But there was one scene that really impacted me, and I stopped right after that scene and talked with my kids a little bit about it and really anchored it for myself. And then in the last couple of days, I've been really thinking about it as something that I would like to share with you. And that is a scene towards the end of the movie when Dick Van Dyke is in the middle of this story that he's creating, and he's in this cave with all these children that are hiding from the evil Baron. And when he first sees all those children, and even though his own children are imprisoned somewhere else, and his father as well, he's around all these children, he starts to sing them the lullaby that he normally sings to his children to comfort them. And immediately all the children are drawn to him. It's a very special moment. There's a very special feeling of well-being, that everything's going to be okay as he sings that. And then just as the song ends, the toy maker, another adult, kind of steps in and breaks the mood by saying, I hope you have some more practical advice to give as well, or something like that. But you immediately feel it, and then your adult brain starts to go, well, yeah, how is this song really going to help them? And in fact, truly, the woman also says the same thing, is this really going to help them? And yet then immediately he stands up, and he gathers all the kids, he's already got all their attention, and he says, here's what we're going to do. And he has a plan that they all get excited about, and they all do, and immediately step into. And the thing that struck me is, and I'm going to ask you this, how many of us really want to know first what we're going to do and how we're going to do it before we feel better? Okay? Maybe you've just gotten a diagnosis that to you feels horrible. And you immediately want to know, what am I going to do? What are my options? What's my prognosis? What am I going to do before you can feel better? Okay? Or maybe you're struggling with some issues with money or with your relationship or some other crisis has come up. And our immediate feeling is, well, I got to know, especially I know for me, often this is the feeling. I got to know, what am I going to do? How am I going to solve this? What's my next step? Show me that it's going to be okay. Show me how. And then I can feel okay. All right, but what this scene very powerfully illustrated is, and often in stories and stuff, you can feel something more vividly than just when someone describes it to you. So this was very powerfully done. As I noticed that what Dick Van Dyke did is he and all the children, almost without trying to, immediately created an atmosphere where they're feeling better first. And from that place of feeling better first, both he and then the children also were enabled or empowered or equipped to then think about solutions and even feel excited and enthusiastic about solutions in the middle of a situation that was very dismal. Okay? Very dismal, and up to that time there had been no hope. But first, opening the door of hope that it can be okay, not because I already have a solution, but because I simply tap in this case through song and through tapping into something greater than myself, that it's going to be okay. Then, once I feel that relief and I'm feeling better, now I'm able to actually consider solutions and actually step enthusiastically into possibilities and solutions that maybe I couldn't have before. And hold on, I forgot to unplug the phone. All right, so we'll take care of that. So anyway, I'm glad to share this with you, and I bring this up because this is very key. I put that in the Foundational Wellness Program, on the Journey to Wellness CDs. I've also put it on the blog, in the email letters, and in yesterday's PDF. And some of you may feel, just like the toy maker and Truly in that scene, yeah, you know, I understand attitude, appreciate, it's all good, but still tell me how many milligrams I should take. Tell me what to do, okay? And I want to encourage you that the first thing is really to take a step back and really pay attention to some of the principles I'm giving you, that once you're able to find something to appreciate, you start to give thanks for your life, for your breath of this day, and then for the healing solutions that come your way. And take one of them. Take one idea from today's talk, one idea from the blog, one idea from the Dr. Ben letter, or from Dr. Mercola's site, or for something else that you've been given, or from yesterday's PDF. Take one of those ideas, even one of those 3 steps in color on the PDF from yesterday. Take one idea and actually ask yourself, how could I integrate this in my life and my health today? And then as you do that, give thanks that you're now taking a step in a different direction, in a healthy direction that maybe you weren't taking before. And as you do that, it opens up whole doors of new possibility for your cells, for your cellular health, for your health, and for your well-being and your experience. So I'm Dr. Ben. Glad to have this chat with you. Welcome. I'm excited to continue to share different ideas and resources with you. Leave your comments and feedback and your questions in the blog below so I can continue to address things that really matter to you. And also, just a quick highlight, I am planning to do a special getting started, or actually, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be getting back on track with your health call. It's going to be a one-on-one coaching call. It'll be very affordable for virtually anyone who wants to do it, to really work one-on-one with you. And here's what we're going to do. In that, it's going to be a 30-minute one-on-one coaching session that you can schedule with me, and in that time, we will identify and uncover at least one or more mind-body connections, okay, or belief systems and connections that are impacting your health or whatever is most of concern to you today. Okay, we might take something as concrete as, how much magnesium should I take or how much calcium should I take, but we will uncover through that some belief systems that may be impacting your health and some patterns. And then by the end of that call, I will give you at least 3 specific steps that you can take to get your health back on track today. Okay, so that's something very special. I will email the details out to you tomorrow, and I will have a way for you to sign up for that call if that's something you want to do, and the minimal investment and all that, and that will be available on Friday. So stay tuned for that, and welcome again. This is Dr. Ben. I look forward to talking to you again. Bye-bye.